Hi again. This is the 5th part of the It Started With a Vacation series. Also, I do not own the Haikyuu characters and this does not accurately represent the Haikyuu characters. Hope you enjoy the video. With Komori and Suna. Suna and Komori were walking over to the plane Atsumu was laying in, not saying a word about anything. Is someone there? Atsumu called from inside the plane. It's me, Atsumu, and guess what? What? Suna and Komori entered the plane as Atsumu sat up and looked at Suna in shock. You're alive? I am. Come here. Atsumu opened his arms as Suna rushed into them, both of them relaxing into the touch. I can't believe you're alive. So is Akaji. Michinori? That's amazing. Atsumu smiled widely as he looked towards Komori, who smiled back at Atsumu. We're going to be bringing him up soon. As soon as we find ropes. Just use vines. Those don't always hold. We don't have rope, Sunarin. I didn't think so, but we have to get Michi up. So vines it is? Yeah. I guess. But can you stay here and keep Atsumu awake? He seems fine. Suna let go of Atsumu as he looked at his boyfriend's body, finally noticing the wound on his side. Oh God. It's not as bad as it seems. I wondered why you felt so warm. He has a fever. And a lot of blood loss. I need someone to make sure he isn't dying. Yeah. I can do that. Thank you. Komori coughed a little as he headed outside the plane, grabbing a sharp piece of metal to cut the vines with. Have you heard anything from Omi or Samu? I haven't seen them since the takeoff Atsumu. I'm worried about us. I am too. You're supposed to be comforting me. You're the optimist here. I can't be. Sunarin, I'm dying and I don't feel like I'm ready yet. You're not going to die. We won't let you. There's only so much you can do when you're stranded in the middle of the forest. You're living this out. I don't care if I have to do CPR for 3 days straight. That's not how it works. I want to see Samu again. I want Omi's warm embrace. I want to taste Michinori's cakes one more time. I want to play volleyball against you. I want to play with Komori's hair just once more. Before I die. Atsumu, please don't say this stuff. Suna watched as a tear rolled down Atsumu's cheek. I won't say any more. But I'm worried about other things as well. Don't say anything that will make me cry. Osamu and Sakuatsu could very well be dead in the forest with no one to come and help them. They aren't. They could be. They also could not be. What is the likelihood though? I got impaled. Komori almost drowned. You have a giant gash on your chest. And Akaji. He dislocated or broke an arm. Actually not a fatal injury. Neither is mine, it's a flesh wound. So there is a 100% chance they're injured and a 50% chance they could be fatally injured. I don't like those odds. They're fine, Atsumu. How do you know that? Because we're all alive. We all survived. How could they not have? I don't know. I'm just scared. I can't lose them. And I can't lose you. So please stay awake and don't move that piece of metal around in your body too much. I won't. I don't plan on being the first one dead. I bet Osamu would die first and you just said he's alive. I did. So you have to outlive him. Is that a challenge? Yes it is. There was a slight knock at the door as Komori peeked his head inside. I got a lot of vines cut down. Rintaro, can you come help me tie them? Yeah. Remember the challenge, Atsumu. I know. I won't lose. Suna walked out of the plane door as Atsumu laid back and chuckled to himself. I won't lose to you, Samu. You hear that? You better not be dead. I'm challenging you. You won't outlive me. With Osamu and Sakuatsu. Sakuatsu and Osamu hadn't moved from their sitting position in the broken plane, Sakuatsu playing with Osamu's hair. I don't think I feel very good, Sakuatsu. What does that even mean? I don't know. I feel sick to my stomach, but I haven't eaten. I can't move anything below my neck. I'm overly tired. Samu. I think I might be dying. No. You are not. Sakusa said this harshly as he stopped messing with Osamu's hair, trying his best to look Osamu in the eye. You can't die. You didn't get injured enough. Sakusa was lying. The night before, Osamu had bled through his bandaging, but Sakusa couldn't tell how deep his wounds were, due to the charred skin on his back. It feels like I did. No. That's just not how it works. I took an EMT class, trust me. I'll know when someone is dying. If you're so sure. Osamu seemed to not fully be convinced, but he wasn't going to make Sakusa feel bad about his injuries. How is your noodle leg? It's fine. Not working at all. And turning purple. But fine. I can still feel the excruciating pain coming from it. Take the painkillers from the first aid kit. I will, whenever I get up. Do you think Atsumu's looking for us? Or Suna and Komori? I couldn't tell you, Samu. I haven't heard or seen anybody but you. We need to find them. What happens if we did find them? Because we're either finding charred up corpses from that explosion yesterday. Or we do find them alive, and in a similar situation to ours. We can't even help ourselves. I guess. But Atsumu can't die before me. What? I don't know. I feel like we had a challenge previously where Atsumu had to outlive me. Then he's alive? Out of pure stubbornness. Most likely. Osamu and Sakusa chuckled as Sakusa finally got up the strength to start a fire. After I start this fire we can eat some of those safety provisions we found under the couch. Delicious. Osamu felt his eyelids start to close as something poked his stomach. Huh? No sleeping. You won't be hungry if you fall asleep and we need you to be hungry. I'm always hungry. You just said you were sick to your stomach. True. Sakusa sighed at his boyfriend as the two of them heard a loud whirring noise near them, which scared them profusely. With Akagi. They're coming. We aren't alone. We are saved. You hear that? Akagi yelled to the cliffside he was stuck on as he smiled triumphantly. The Mias won. The wilderness 0. You lost. The birds. The trees. The water. The cliffs. They lost to us. Michi. Akagi jumped hearing something yell back as he turned around to see Suna's head peeking over the side of the cliff. Why are you yelling? I radioed someone. What? I got someone's attention. Huh? Akagi frowned at the barrier of sound between them, hoping Suna had found someone. I came upon Komori and Atsumu. That's great. What are you saying? Michinari? Komori also peeked his head over the cliff as he seemed to be holding something in his hands. Matoya. I'm glad you're alive. Me too. We brought a device to get you out of there. A device? More like some vines you can sit on while we pull you up. That makes more sense. Are you ready? Akagi held up a finger to signal. 1 sec as he ran into the plane and picked up the radio. You there? I'm searching for you right now. Over. I am going to be with 3 other survivors. That sounds like a good plan. Over. When you find us there will be 2 or 3 pieces of the plane separated. Mine went over the cliff. Okay, over. I'm leaving now, so we won't be able to contact you. I understand, over. Thank you for saving us. I haven't yet. But I definitely will. Over. Over. Akagi ran back out from the plane as he held up 2 thumbs up to his boyfriends. What were you doing? Talking to our help. Huh? Akagi rolled his eyes as he watched Komori and Suna lower different parts of the vines, so that there was no end and only a middle piece for Akagi to sit on. Okay. We'll pull you up. Just sit down. Using his one good arm, Akagi held on to the vines as he sat down. He heard some talking above him as he felt himself start to be pulled up from the cliff side. It only took a few minutes to get Akagi up, and as soon as he was on the edge of the cliff, Komori pulled him up in a hug. I'm so glad you're alive. You have no idea. I was so worried. Give him some room to breathe. Fine. Komori released Akagi as Akagi smiled ear to ear. What is it? The radio in the plane was still working and some guy was radioing the same channel. A random guy? A search and rescue guy. Which means I told him where we were and what happened and he's coming to look for us. We're getting saved. Hope you enjoyed the video. The next video will be the next part of the Meet Your Sin series. I have a TikTok. I do fun little videos drawing the Haikyuu next generation and Haikyuu ships, so if you'd like to see those. I have a Discord server, you can join with the link in the description below. If you'd like to support me, and maybe buy me a coffee to keep me awake for my late night editing sessions, there is a link in the description below. Everything said before will be linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for your support.